Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue year 3. The year in which we started so good, it looked promising, it was almost like we were guaranteed a playoff spot, but a little slump in the middle of the year now, we're back below 500, alright? 26, 22, and 5. In other words, 26 and 27, the way I see it, alright? So, I was asking you guys in the last video, how should we change our penalty kill? Because goal scoring, it's not the problem. It's not the 5v5 goal scoring. Some of you guys were saying move Backlund up instead of Galchenyuk. Yeah, we could do that, but again, it's not our goal scoring. It's our penalty kill that's really hurting us and our goals against. But I think if we make our penalty kill a little bit better, that in turn will also help our goals against. And if we keep scoring goals, then yeah, man, we should be able to win some games here. Remember, we're still in the playoff spot, so we just need to go on like a 2-to-1 ratio from now until the end of the regular season. Win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1. We just got to do that, and we're going to make the playoffs. Now, you guys were saying, check out the penalty kill lines. All right, Galchenyuk, we should definitely not have on the penalty kill. You guys were saying Sedin, should try him out on the penalty kill. Let me just see his defensive stats here. Where is defense? Defense. Bottom right corner. Defensive awareness, 89. Faceoffs, 80. Shot blocking, 84. Stick checking, 88. It's pretty good. Yeah, I should have Sedin on the penalty kill. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to put Sedin in there. Galchenyuk, I think I can take off the penalty kill. Yeah, his defensive awareness. I mean, it's not bad, but no, we'll take Galchenyuk off there. Because I wanted to give Galchenyuk some ice time, but we need our best players to help us out now, right? So Sedin, Max Reinhart, I think he was defensive awareness for Reinhart's 93, shot blocking 83, stick checking 85. All right, so, and then the body checking's up there as well. I'm just going to look at the defensive category. He's 5-star, so yeah, we should definitely have Reinhart up there. Iginla, Iggy's not bad. I mean, yeah, 84, 86, 86. Faceoffs, 80. All right, so I don't think he's the problem. Shinkaruk, 89. All right, so he's got the better defensive awareness. Shot blocking, not so much. He's kind of the same as Jerome McGinley. Now, hang on. Let's see if there was any other players in here, because I really want to fix this. All right, Backlund. I don't think Backlund's going to be that good. Yeah, he's not bad, but he's kind of the same thing as Shinkaruk. I want someone who is, really good in all those categories, all right? Como, you guys were saying Trout, my fourth-line grinders. Jerome McGinley would be a better choice than Como, all right? So no to him. Gerby won't have a good defensive category. LaRose, Chad LaRose. Let's see this guy. Okay, Chad LaRose would be a better bet than Jerome McGinley, all right? So LaRose, I'm just going to put LaRose instead of McGinley for now, just so I don't lose track, all right? Shinkaruk would be the next guy that I change. Yeah, even though his defense awareness is really good, his shot blocking isn't. All right, I think all of that comes together. So, where are we? LaRose, yes. Let's keep going down here. Reinhardt, we already got up there. Henrik Sedin, we got up there. Shinkaruk, Maxime Talbot, and Blake Wheeler. You guys were saying Blake Wheeler as well. He's not bad. I'd rather have Shinkaruk, though. And Blake Wheeler, no. Blake Wheeler, no. So, you know what? I would rather have Shinkaruk, all right? But we're going to have the Sedin, Henrik Sedin, and Reinhardt, and then Shinkaruk and LaRose. All right. Actually, should we split these guys up? We'll split these two guys up so we can give some better players on both lines there, all right? And then, yeah, our defensemen are fine because Brody, I know I don't want to start, and Ristolainen, I don't think I could put him on the penalty kill yet. He's not bad, but I'm pretty sure that Quincy I know is better. Murray and Riley, I want to give them the chance. Reinhardt, yeah, he's got 90 overall for defensive awareness. No, we're going to go with Reinhardt there, okay? So Sedin and Reinhardt, I think, are going to be our two top penalty killers. So, yeah, let's get Sedin in here again. Henrik Sedin. All right, we're paying him $11.5 million, so he can block some shots for us, whatever. Where's Sedin? Oh, I'm looking for Henrik. Should be looking for Sedin. There you go. So, Sedin and Reinhardt, all right? 4-on-4 lines, we're not going to worry about. Extra attacker, we're not going to worry about. All right, Barchisi, Sedin. Irving. We're going to go into after the All-Star break with Irving, all right? So there you go. So we've made our changes here, all right? Now, another thing that came up in the comments, you guys want me to trade away Malcolm Subban or Dubois. You guys don't like the goalie controversy. I see it coming, but since they're both on their minor league contracts, since we can afford them both, I don't want to trade one of them away until I have to because their trade value is only going to go up higher and higher with every year that passes, okay? You can see Dubois got a really good trade value, so does Subban. But if they get a little bit better, I mean, look, they have Subban's got 2 years left. Dubois got 3 years left on their minor league contracts. I might as well just keep them this year because their trade value is only going to go up. So we can get more if we hold on to them, all right? We don't need any more players this year. I like the team that we have, all right? So let's take it up until the trade deadline, and hopefully we're going to be in a playoff spot, all right? I'm really going to run with Irving, though. Okay, I think I might just do one loss with Dubois and come back with Irving for 2 losses. All right, maybe even 3 because no doubt, Irving is our better goalie, and statistically, if you guys saw in the last video, he was the better goalie as well. All right, so we gotta run with Dubois here. I mean, Irving. Sorry. We're gonna hold off on scouting because I want to give it to assistant coach. All right. I think our scout is still out there. All-star game. We don't need to worry about that. Come on, Calgary. All right, we had our little slump, but now we still have plenty of time to turn it around. We're still in the playoff spot. All right, we got to start winning some games now, okay? Remember, we're second in the NHL for goals. We're fifth in the NHL for power play, I think it was. We did OHL defenseman, so now it's QMJHL defenseman. QMJHL, 1 month. All right. So it's just our penalty kill. If our penalty kill can turn it around, and if everything else keeps working the way it was, I definitely think we will make the playoffs with the 2-to-1 ratio, all right? So here we go, boys. Come on. I don't want to have more than 30 regulation losses. You're going to be pushing it if you get up to 30 regulation losses. So we really got to get some regulation wins now. There you go. That's a good win. All right, so there you go. We started off in the right direction with a nice win. All right, so here you go. And these are against Western Conference teams as well. We got to try and win as many games against Western Conference teams. TJ Gagliardi for a first-round pick. No, thank you. Decline. All right, I'm not going to add any more players to this unless it's somebody really special. Gagliardi would just be a third or fourth liner for us. All right, there's a loss to Nashville, but it was an overtime loss. All right, so just keep an eye on our regulation losses. We're at 22 right now. All right, I don't really care if it's an overtime loss. I just don't want that to get to above 30 because then we're going to be pushing it. All right, there you go. All right, so we're 2-0-1 in our last 3 games. Going to keep running with Irving. All right, so keep scoring goals, boys. I like it. Keep scoring goals, and we can make these playoffs. I kind of want to get to the trade deadline and not do anything. You know, I like the team that we have here, especially the way that we started the year. There you go. Maybe it was just our penalty kill, but we could also just be getting lucky here. All right. Ooh, Stephen Weiss for a first-round pick. Hang on, I should definitely take a look at that. Hang on a sec. Weiss might be able to help our team out here. He's 31 years old. Hang on, let's see what his contract. He's only got 1 year left on his contract, so that is kind of perfect for us. All right, he's a second-line center. He's only 82 overall. I mean, if I brought him on, he would just replace Galchenyuk. Nah, you know what? I'd rather hold on to our first line. Nice gap in your teeth there too, buddy. No, we don't need him. All right, first-round pick, I'd rather hold on to that. So it's a good trade offer. All right, I think he could help our team out, but 82 overall, we have plenty of guys like that. Like Backlund and Wheeler are both 82 overall, and they're on our third line. So, and I'd rather keep Galchenyuk up, all right? I think we can win with Galchenyuk. Leaving the screen. Yeah, okay. Honestly, I think it was just our penalty kill. That's all I think it was. We have a starting goalie. We got a complete first line. Defensively, we need our defensemen to get a little bit better, but other than that, we have a complete team. We really do. All right? Maybe we don't have a second line center, but our third line has 2 second liners on it, so it counters it right there. All right, but look, ever since the All-Star break, what are we, like 4-0-1 now? I probably just jinxed us. Oh, the Columbus Blue Jackets, a really good team. Martin Havlat for a first-round pick. All right, I should look at this trade as well. It's not a bad trade offer. He's 33. He's a first-line forward, though. All right, so hang on a second here. I should check his contract length. He's only got 1 year left on his contract, so again, the contract is not a problem here. Let's take a look at how good he is. He's 84 overall, so, I mean... Oh, he'd be a good player, but just where would he play? The first line, I'm fine with Barchesi, Sedin, and what's his face? Shinkaruk, right? I'm fine with there. I would want to put Havlat on the second line, but he's not a center, and then I'd have 3 wingers on the second line with nobody having good face-off potential. And then I'd have to move Galchenyuk either down to the minors or put him down to the third line. It's not a bad trade. It's not a bad trade, boys, but I'm gonna skip it. All right, 33 years of age. All right, I can come back with these trades at the trade deadline, but let's ever since we changed our penalty kill, we're winning games. All right, so I mean, if we're gonna win games, then I don't need to change anything. All right, so let's just keep going here. Let's give Irving another 2 chances. If he loses 3, then we'll take him out. All right, we lost to the Columbus Blue Jackets, but I think they're one of the best teams in the NHL right now. So there's 1 regulation loss since the All-Star break because we have 23 losses now. All right, come back with a win, Irving. Come back with a win. Come on now. Wow, it's taking a long time to simulate. Simulate, what the hell? There's another regulation loss. All right, 1 more loss. Irving comes out. Dubois goes in for 1 game. All right, so we're back to 500, 30, 24, and 6. It's not too good. And there's another regulation loss. Oh, my God, man. All right, so 3 losses in a row pretty much take away our winning streak that we went on to come into the after the All-Star break, basically. All right, so not good. Not good at all. I know what you guys are saying. You should make that trade for Martin Havlat. just look here, boys, all right? We got to think realistically. Where is he going to go? All right, I could put him on the second line and then move maybe Gerby or Ginla down to the third line, all right, because I want to center in the middle here. I mean, Jerome's got 80 for faceoffs, so I think he could do it. Gerby's only got 65 for faceoffs. Galchenyuk, he's only got 60 for faceoffs, so I mean, I could put Jerome in the middle and get Martin Havlat on the wing, and then have Galchenyuk. I think I'm gonna have to send Galchenyuk down to the minors then. Yeah, that might be a good idea, boys. Okay, hang on a second here. Hang on a second. Let's just see what happens here, okay? Let's see if we can win some games again. Dubois in the net. All right, Dubois won 1. All right, but remember, as soon as Dubois loses one game, he comes out, and Irving goes right back in, all right? Keep winning some games here, though, Dubois. Come on, give us a little bit of a breathing room here. 5-0. Oof. Dubois got lit up. All right, so if we, that's hard. If I make that trade and we don't make the playoffs, that's going to be a bad trade. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to dictate whether or not we're going to be a playoff contender or not up until the trade deadline. So I'm not going to make the trade for Martin Havlat until the trade deadline. So we'll go with Irving, 4 games in a row, nice little homestand. All right, well, it was 6 games at home. Let's see what we can do with our team on these 4 games before the trade deadline, and then we'll make our decision, all right? If I think we can be a playoff team, I'll make that trade for Martin Havlat. If we're pushing 500, we're just going to see if we can make the playoffs with this team right here, and if we don't, well, we didn't really lose any of our draft picks or anything like that, all right? So let's just see what happens here. All right, Irving comes back with 1. McCallick for a first and Kreider. Defenseman, we don't need another defenseman. All right, I'm going to decline that trade right now. Don't need another defenseman because we remember this was still a tweener year. Remember, we're trying to make our team best for year 4. So I don't want to be sacrificing players just to maybe make the playoffs this year and then get whooped in the first round. You know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense then. There you go. We're coming back with some wins. It's interesting. I mean, we're scoring goals here. Lazar in a first. You know, let me just see McCallick. I want to see how good he is. Hang on a sec. He's 32 years old. Nah, he's too old for me. 87. I mean, he's still not even a top 2. He's top 4. We have 4 top 4 defensemen. We don't need McCallick, all right? I'd rather trade for a second-line center to help out that second line. That's the position that we're going to need. Man, 3 in a row now. All right, hang on a sec. Oh, man, but the simulation's going to keep going. All right, look, I just pressed it once, all right? You guys keep saying, stop pressing it like it matters. All right, pressed it once. There you go. It should stop on Colorado if I pressed it once, right? Yeah, there you go. It's still simulating. Don't give me that crap. Maybe it's just my maybe it's my controller or my version or whatever. I have no clue. Jason Spezza. Wow. Talk about that second line center that we needed, right? Jason Spezza for Lazar and a first-round pick. Interesting. Interesting. All right, hang on. Edit this trade. Very interesting. He's 31 years old, all right? $7 million. That's not a problem. First line forward, all right? So if we put him on the second line, he's going to get worse. But he's really going to help out that second line. Ooh, 31 years old as well. I mean, you got another at least 3 years in him being a really good player. I mean, look at Jerome. He's still at 84 overall. And he's, 37 now or something? So, yeah, you still do have him for a while. Let's see what his contract is. If it's over, they're getting a good player, Lazar, and the first-round pick. Hang on a sec. What is his contract? It's only 1 year left on his contract. That's perfect for us. We can easily sign him again. Ooh, that's a good trade. I think I might have to accept that because if I don't, they might not want to take it back again. All right, so they're getting Lazar and a first-round pick. Now, remember, boys, all right? Remember about the first-round pick. We still have New Jerseys, and they're asking for ours. So I'm fine with giving ours, especially if we're getting Spezza's back because we're going to be making a playoff push then. And we'll still have a top 5 pick at least with New Jersey, all right? So I'm fine with the draft pick. It's just Lazar. Can we give up Lazar? All right? I think we can because, remember, we drafted Sam Reinhart behind him the next year. He's still only 60 overall. I don't see him being ready by year 4, maybe even not ready by year 5. They're definitely getting a good player back for Jason Spezza in Lazar. All right, they're getting a Jason Spezza again in the future. All right, 4.5-star player. And I think we have enough 4.5-star forwards right now. Hang on, let me just check this out. I think I want to make this deal go through, but just hang on. Shinkaruk, Barchisi, Reinhardt, yeah, and Galchenyuk. We already have 4 guys right there. We would have 5 without Lazar, but we can easily, we might have the top 5 pick again this year, right? So Galchenyuk, Reinhardt, even right there, Galchenyuk, Reinhardt, Barchisi, and Shinkaruk with 2 guys who are 4 stars, who we have down here. That fills up your top 6. And I mean, for the time being, we have Henrik Sedin and Jason Spezza who can fill up the top 6 with those guys. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make this go through. This is a good trade. All right, they're getting a lot back, but we're getting what we need right now. All right, this is definitely better than Havlat. All right, he's only 31 years old, 1 year left on his contract. It's perfect. Yes, I'm going to accept this deal. All right, boom, there you go. And we traded Lazar to the Eastern Conference, so he's not going to come back to bite us in the ass anytime soon. All right, so there you go. Welcome, Jason Spezza. Woo! That's a big trade, boys. That is a big trade. All right, so let's set him up on our team now. All right, so is he already up here? Yes, he is. All right, so what do we have? Because I didn't trade. Yeah, we have somebody that we had to send down. All right, so we got to send down Galchenyuk now. Galchenyuk goes down to the minors. All right. Yep. Can I send him down? Waivers. No. Yes, I can. Yep, you go down to the minors. They'll Galchenyuk. All right, now I got to do some line changes again, boys. All right, so manually edits. All right, Jason Spezza, we're going to dress you. All right, so there you go. Boom. Look at that second line now. Iggy, Spezza, and Gerby. All right, that completely just changes what our, I mean, we're going to score more goals now, hopefully. All right, and how good is this defensive category? Can we put him on the, nah, we have better players. All right, but power play, yes, power play, he goes in there instead of Backlund. All right, so Jason Spezza, very nice. 4-man power play, Spezza, get in there. All right, 4-on-4 lines. Yeah, we'll put him 4-on-4. Here you go. Spezza and extra attacker. It's going to be Sedin and Spezza instead of Barchisi. All right, Irving, you're still going to stay there. Perfect. And Abbotsford, we're just going to do best lines again. All right, Galchenyuk's up there now with Toffoli and Kreider. Wheels down there. That's fine. Teravainen's playing defense. Fine, we'll play Teravainen on the point. Whatever. Oh, excuse me. Whatever. Wheel, you can come up here. Toffoli, we got to get you on the second line power play. All right, yeah, and that's pretty much good. And then Subban, got to get Subban in there. All right, so there you go. Perfect. What we needed, we just got with Jason Spezza. All right, I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. So, you know what we'll do? We'll do the trade deadline in this video, yeah, because we have a few minutes left here. Let's do the trade deadline. Oh, actually, one thing. The scouting. I want to do the scouting report. We've already gotten the forwards and defensemen all scouted from the CHL. Let's see if there's anyone else out there who looks like they're pretty promising, all right? Damn, there's a few top 5 guys here, both from Russia and Slovakia. All right, so that's where we'll go. We'll go for this guy first. All right, so, yeah, it is Russia. Okay, good. Defenseman. Oh, that's why. Was one of them a defenseman? Hang on. Forwards. Yeah, okay. There we go. This guy. All right, so we'll go 1 month in Russia. Updates. Perfect. All right, now let's go into the draft. Where's New Jersey sitting? New Jersey is still in last with 48 points. They are dead last in the NHL, and we are second in the, wow, we're only 3 games above 500. We're second in the Western Conference. So this is looking good, boys. So let's take care of the trade deadline, and then we will end this video so that you guys can see, we can set up the run to the playoffs, basically, all right? I already made the big trade. We already did our trade deadline trade. And look, Jason Spezza comes in, and he's our leading goal scorer and our leading assist guy. Hell yeah, that's a big trade. And that's a big morale booster for all of our players on the team. You know, it's like, wow, we really have a chance here, and we lose our first game with Spezza in the lineup. Trade negotiations. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, so shut down phones. I'm not going to propose any types of trades. All right, we have our team. I don't need to do anything here. Let's just see if any teams come at us with something special. I'll entertain trades, all right? Hainsey for Foglia, no thank you. All right. I mean, I could get Hainsey and then put him in there instead of Ristolainen, but just to like boost our playoff push a little bit more. But no, I want to give our guys some playing time as well. We got to, again, it's a tweener year. I think we have a good enough team to make the playoffs with Jason Spezza in there. I mean, we have 2 top amazing 2 lines, all right? We really do. And a starting goalie. So, and the third line even has second liners on it. So, offensively, we're a juggernaut now. We really are. No, we're going to hang that up. Defensively, we're kind of weak, but we have depth. And then goaltender, we have an average goalie, or above average goalie, a starting goalie, all right? So, I think we have all the tools that we need to make the playoffs here. All right, they want New Jerseys. No. You're not getting jerseys picked from us, man. I'm holding on to that. So no trades in the trade deadline, but that's okay because we made our big splash before the trade deadline. And we're going to Ottawa. Wow. Spezza's going back to Ottawa, all right? So, boys, we're 35, 27, and 6, basically 35 and 33. All right, it's not that good, but we are sitting in a pretty good spot in the Western Conference. All right, we are, 8 games above Vancouver, who's in 9th. All right, but again, we can lose like 4 or 5 games in a row, and it can all go to shit. So we got to keep winning some games here, right? But I think we definitely have a team that can do it. We have 2, 4, 7, 9, 11, no, 12, 14. We have 14 more games, okay? If we can win 10 out of those 14 games, get to 96 points, I'd say we're in the playoffs, all right? So we got to win 10 of 14. All right, so I think we can do it. Let me know if you guys think that Jason Spezza trade was good, and let me know if I should shuffle the lines a little bit, but I think the way they are is good right now. All right, boys? So we'll see you in the next video when the Calgary Flames try to make it to the playoffs, since I don't even remember when. All right, boys? See you then.